Afternoon, everybody. It is 3:20 on this hard to believe 25th of March 2013. 6 days away, or 5.5 days away from Easter. Or as we say in our church, and I'm sure a lot of churches put it, Resurrection Sunday. But yeah, it's been a very interesting week, if you will. We've got an interesting weekend. You see, personally, it's just the usual routine, if you will. Take care of stuff, and all that, wait for the call from McDonald's and all that for me to have my job ready to go. But, waiting is like they say, patience is everything. Patience pays off. So, anyway, just, spent the week doing what we had to do. And but this past weekend, we did something that we had already planned to do. A couple weeks ago, about a month ago or so, my aunt and Tracy, she was my mom's youngest sister, who is the youngest out of my mom and her siblings. My aunt purchased some tickets from the Firehouse Arts Center in Pleasanton, California. Yeah, she purchased these tickets, and they were to see a guy that we heard. My mom obviously had heard some of his songs, and so did my aunt. Me and my cousins, I was the only one that went in, but my other cousin, my aunt's daughter, who is a year and a half older than me, didn't know much about him. And anyway, we went to go see Greg Kihn. You can see some of the footage, some of the video I took of it on my channel. It's in a playlist too. And apparently he's done some, notable songs. And it was pretty good. It was pretty nice. It was, like I said, it was at the Firehouse Arts Center in Pleasanton, California. And it seems they've got some other acts coming in, the next few weeks, if not the next few months. One of them being Juice Newton. My mom wants to see her, and that's supposed to be on the last day in May, so we'll see what happens there. Anyway, we went to this, and the first thing we did, of course, is we had dinner in Tracy. We had it at, I can't think of it, it's El Tapacaro, or something like that, in Tracy's Mexican restaurant. There's really good food. So yeah, we went to that, and then we went back to the house for a little bit, dropped things off, check on things, and then we went to Pleasanton. And I can say this about my aunt and uncle: anytime we go with them to a concert, whether it's in Tracy, out of Tracy, or wherever, it's quite the event. It's quite the adventure. I will say that, because sometimes they got to make sure where they're going. They do know where they're going, but they got to make sure they get the directions right, and it's quite an adventure at times. But the end result is always fun. We always get there in time. And anyway, we had a good time watching. I can tell you this, quite honestly, and you can probably see it in some of the videos. Some of the people there during the concert definitely had one too many. I mean, yeah, they were dancing, they were singing to the music, kind of dancing, doing all this and all that. But there were some people walking around, we were looking around. There was one person in front of us always getting up when he felt like a song was going. You could just tell, again, you could tell some people had one too many even before the show started. But anyway, it was like I said, it was a good concert. It didn't really last as long as the other ones we've been to. Usually the ones we go to, if they're in Tracy or out of Tracy or wherever, they usually last until about 10 o'clock, maybe 11 at night at the most. And we don't get home until about midnight. We don't get back to Tracy until about midnight. And me and my mom don't usually get home until about 1 or 2 in the morning. But anyway, I know I'm saying anyway or on, so I apologize. But anyway, it didn't last long because it was just straightforward. I mean, the lady that came up on stage and said, "Hey, if you got to go get a drink or something like that at the bar," because they had like a little mini bar where they sell drinks. They said, "Go get it now because when they start, they don't stop." And that was indeed the case. They started doing the concert and they did not stop until the time was right, or until at least until about 100 minutes. Basically, they didn't stop. I mean, they started around 8 o'clock. And they didn't stop until about 1:45. Yeah. Basically, an hour and 45-minute concert, 105-minute concert. And again, they didn't stop until that time frame. So it was okay. It was pretty good, like I said. And the music was good. You know, it was all right. Because, you know, and like I said, you know, I hadn't heard much about it because I was just a kid in the 80s. What are you gonna do about that? Anyway, we enjoyed it, and after we got out of the concert, well, of course, my mom had to go use the facilities, and so did my uncle. And we just waited a little bit, and because here's the thing, the bathrooms were like right here, and the stage door is like right here. So we're just waiting there, and out comes to the stage door the Greg Keen and the whole band. And we kind of say hi to them, and, you know, say, "Hey, good concert," and they thank us, and it was like, whoa, you know. And my mom was using the facilities at the time. So, isn't that always the case? Isn't that always the case? You know, you're using the, you know, something happens and, okay, it's like you gotta go use the restroom, and all of a sudden while you're using the restroom, something happens that, you know, you've been wanting to see happen or you didn't expect would happen. Yeah, that was the case there. But again, it was a good concert, and then afterwards we went to Denny's in Tracy. Yeah, we didn't go to Denny's in Pleasanton or anything because obviously we didn't know what it was. But we went to Denny's in Tracy, and kind of had something to snack on. My mom and my aunt shared a sampler, you know, a little sampler they put there. My uncle got this big eggs thing. I can't think of it right now, with eggs and sausage and all that. And me, I got what was known as the glam. Not the glam, but as the slamwich, as the grand slamwich. It was good. And my mom took a piece of it. She was like, "Hey, I'm paying for it." Yeah, so she took a piece of it. So that was okay. It was good. It was good. And then afterwards, we went home. We went back to the place, talked for a bit, and then we went home. And me and my mom went home. Me and my mom went home, and, you know, got up the next day for church. But honestly, as much as I tried to get up, I couldn't. I couldn't get up. My body just was like saying, "No, you're not going to get up." And I'm like, I got up, I got showered and everything, got to church. I just could not get up. My body just wanted to rest. And that's what we did for most of the day. We rested on Sunday a little bit. Until we went to Walmart that night, had to take care of a few things, and then came home. Yeah, we rested, and then we went to Walmart, took care of a few items, and then came home. But a very interesting weekend, very fun weekend. My mom also found out that this upcoming Saturday, we're going to be going down to my grandma's in the Bay Area and celebrating her birthday, as well as a bit of, I guess, the Easter holiday. I'm not sure if we're going to be doing a bit of the Easter holiday or not. I'm not sure on Saturday, but apparently it may seem like that. I'm not totally 100% sure. But we're going down to there mainly to celebrate her birthday. And what's ironic about this is the same day my sisters and their families are going to be going with some friends to the A's Giants game in Oakland. But the way I look at it from a positive standpoint, the way I look at it, you know, they can come and they can enjoy the game, and then they can come down to Hayward if they want to, if they feel like it, and kind of wish my grandma a happy birthday or something. So, but it's totally up to how they feel afterwards. But overall, it was a very fun weekend, you know, going to see the concert. And what was funny about this too is my older sister, she had forgotten that we were going out. Me and my mom were going to go out with my aunt and my uncle to see this concert. She forgot about it because just as it was settling down and everything, getting ready for the concert to start and everything, my mom's phone, well actually this was my phone, but her phone starts ringing. And she answers it, or something like that, and it's my older sister wondering if she could watch my nephew, my 9-year-old nephew, and she's like, and she's like, did you forget I'm going to a concert? You know? So yeah, apparently she did forget she was going to a concert, so. But hopefully, you know, but, not hopefully, but obviously it worked out fine because she found somebody, I think my brother-in-law's niece and sister to watch my nephew, so. Overall it was fun, you know. It was a fun weekend, everything, we enjoyed it. Like I said, I'm sorry if I'm going back and forth, I'm checking my time here, I got a 15-minute limit. But yeah, overall it was a fun, very fun weekend, you know, and next weekend's going to be, I guess, is going to be even more fun because we're going to go down to the Bay Area to see family. So, and then the next day we got Resurrection Sunday or Easter Sunday, and me and my mom are going to try to get up early, go to the sports complex to can't talk to meet our fellow church members to see the sunrise, and then we're going to go to church a few hours later we're going to go to church. And then we're going to go, I guess, either to my sister's here in town or my sister's in Modesto to do Easter. So that's basically what's on tap for the next weekend. And speaking of the next week, I thought I'd just get this out of the way. I may not be able to do, I'm not probably going to be able to do vids that much unless it's late at night or early in the morning, or else I'm doing something like walking about town or something like that. The reason being is next week my mom's 1-week vacation starts, her 1-week Easter vacation starts, or resurrection vacation starts, if you will, next week. So, just thought I'd let you know that if you're going to see some videos from me, you may get them sporadically, but mainly, hopefully, it'll focus more on Mania if my colleague WrestleMania thing doesn't come out sooner than that, and it just may. So, I thought I'd just let you guys know what's happening, and comment down below, respond if you like, and I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks for watching.